Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Hako episode number 21 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was the day of the play and Taiki went to do the play along with Hina and it went well up until a certain point where the confetti ball fell on top of them and Taiki trying to save Hina almost like bumped faces, and everyone looked at it, and because of the confetti they thought like they kissed or something like that. And obviously everyone starts talking about it, rumors and everything, which pissed off Taiki, and he kind of like lashed out a little bit. In the end, Hina thought that, oh, he lashed out because obviously Chinatsu will get a misunderstanding, but Taiki is more like, yeah, that's part of it, but at the same time I'm also like pretty pissed off that other people are commenting on something like this, which is a pretty important thing, which both me and Hina are thinking about, this whole like realization of their feelings and everything. Right. Kyo also said something to Taiki, which made him realize, right? Kyo was like, oh, you don't have to deny it. Maybe there is a part of you that is starting to like Hina, but it's more like you like Chinatsu senpai 100% and Hina's more like 30% on top of it. You're not replacing Chinatsu's feelings, it's just on top of it. Which was something that Taiki was thinking about in the end, and he was like, yeah, maybe it's not wrong. Something like that. And yeah, that's where it ended. Oh, also we get to meet a new character. I think her name was Ayame. Yeah, and she has an interesting view on like dating and stuff, and it seems like she will probably try to mess with us. Anyways, let us begin. Right, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, Chance is going to start staying with them again. What's that face? Chance's face. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Uh, like, should he? No, no, she was there. Yeah. Like, you can just ask her that. Oh, how did you like the play? What? Hmm. Uh. Three of them. Right. Well. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I guess you'll have to wait maybe another timing. Yeah. Well, at least I'm glad that he's like trying to talk to her about it. You know. But yeah, unless Chinatsu is willing to hear it, he cannot really do anything. Like, yeah. Hmm. A chance to blossom. Right. What? Oh, the. Well. Hey, yo, calm down, senpai. Oh my god. Right. Oh, crazy. That is wild. Hmm. Talk. Say Chinasu. Yeah. Why did you? Why did you not? What? I wait. Did she? Did he not? Hmm. Damn it! It increased. Yeah. Why? Oh. Hmm. Crazy, bro. Oh god, this is just. Hmm. What? Hmm. Well, she's trying her best to not listen to any of this because she is being bothered by it. Otherwise, why would she, not respond to it? She stopped Taiki from speaking about it, and okay, here we might have some conversation about this because Karen won't let her revert the topic. Damn. My friend from another. Oh, okay. Oh, she was just playing. Oh, oh, she doesn't know herself, I guess. It's just. Oh, right. Karen's like, wait a minute. Oh, there you go. Well, at least she admitted it here. Yeah, she's like, I still don't know, but I. Well, oh, that's the name of the today's title episode. She's watering the plant. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. I'm considered. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and she's not, as she said, she's never been interested in anything like of this sort. So, oh boy. And also, Chinasu does know that Hina confessed to him. So, hmm. Yeah. Sister. What? Oh no, is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, makes sense. Hair color. Oh wait. Okay. She's a sister. Okay. Well, I guess so. They know each other, right? Yeah. Well, what? Okay. Well, that's what she said. Ah, right. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, she's back. um. Okay. Well, hmm. Wow. You know what? Oh God. Great. Fantastic. This is just. It cannot people talk to each other? I guess that's what rumors are like. Oh, to. Oh, right. Was he? Where, where did he appear from? Oh boy. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. What? Wait, now? So she's a manager? Yeah? She's a manager? Why? How? Oh no. Well, I guess. But did she volunteer? Oh, the. Oh, she thought he's part of this. Okay. Well, you need to transfer schools then. Unfortunate. That's why she. I was thinking. I was like, why would she become because of that? Yeah. Nope. You cannot go now. Yeah. You took a responsibility. Well, I feel like he doesn't care about any of this. Yeah. I like I said, all you have to transfer. The teacher is like, what has the world come to? Wait, what? Oh no, this is not good. Yeah, this is definitely not good. Right. Oh damn. Damn. Well, you have to take care of all of this. Help us out. Oh my god. Hey! Oh no. This. Why at this exact moment? At least, at least, yeah, listen to her. At least she knows her personally. Otherwise, this would be even more misunderstanding. Yeah, no. Well, there you go. Oh yeah. No, I guess she doesn't know. Yeah, you're the one who took this. Right. You- ah, okay, you know what? This will be if she gets to know this Inota shorten the name. That yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like some kind of a like a boar pet or something. You know. Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah. What is that? Oh, water. Oh, bruh. Well, at least she's doing her duties. You know, oh my god, that sounds so weird. You know, as he said, it sounds like a pet name. Can you just, yeah? Yeah, he already has a lot on his plate. And she remembered that. Yeah? Right. That is true. Yeah, she's not wrong about that. Oh no. Oh, yeah! Again at the same. What is this timing? What is this timing? Okay, that is two times in one day. That is absolutely insane. Usually, like these type of cliches happen once an episode. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. And that is, oh no, there you go. That is it. All right. So that was episode number 21, yeah, of Aono Hako. Okay, so today's episode we had Chinatsu coming back. Obviously, she said she's going to come back, and she is back. The whole rumor situation being a little bit, troublesome. People, whenever Hina is talking to Taiki, everyone's like, "Oh, is that girl? Is that boy?" That kind of thing. Which obviously Chinatsu is being bothered. Also, we had Karen talk to Chinatsu, talk like a heart to heart they had, and Chinatsu actually, this is the biggest thing, actually admitted that, oh yeah, I do like him. And not only that, he talked about how it's just on the sprouting stage. It'll take a while to bloom, and she's like, I'm willing to wait a little bit and see where this goes. At which Karen said, "That's all well and good. Like, I can understand. Obviously, for you, this type of thing is very like important, and you're not going to just be wishy-washy about it." Unlike a certain someone I know, haha. But there's a possibility while you are at that stage that someone else yeah, someone else actually, like Taiki, like this takes Taiki away or something like that. So keep that in mind, basically, and yeah. And also, this is where we get to know that Ayame is actually Karen's sister. So I guess that makes sense. Both of their hair color, I should have realized. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I never even thought about that. As soon as she was talking about like her sister being like very like free about like romance and stuff, I immediately was, wait a minute, is she talking about Ayame? So yeah, there you go. So one good thing I would say is that at least Chinasu knows Ayame. Like she knows what type of a person she is, and like how free she is with about these type of things. So in these type of situations, wherever misunderstanding happens, she will at least realize that, oh, this is just like Ayame being Ayame. Like she's always being a extremely free, extremely like open about these type of things, and that's why at least from her side this is nothing like special. you know so and I feel like that's good, because if she was someone she didn't know, then there would be a question that she would have, and which would be something like, oh, does she like Taiki, this and that. That a misunderstanding at least won't happen here, because she knows what type of person Ayame is and how free she is about stuff like this. So yeah, anyways, so there you go. Now that is that. And so yeah, here we get to see like how Chinasu looks at it. Basically, she looks at it as a plant sprouting, like a flower sprouting, and now it's like at the sprouting stage. She's waiting for it to bloom. And like, and what's her name, Karen said something like each and every person has a different rate of at how the flower blooms. And and yeah, Chinasu is a little bit slower, unlike Ayame, who we saw, who's very fast. Like, her flower blooms immediately within a day, and it probably wilts within within a week. Like, that's how fast she is. Her flower blooms it in one day, then it wilts within a week, and then another flower starts blooming. That's basically Ayame. While Chinatsu is more like, as we saw, she is busy with her own thing. She's playing basketball and everything, and then there's that pot with the flower there, and she sometimes looks at it, sometimes just ignores it, keeps doing her basketball thing. Sometimes when like difficult situations happen, like for example it was raining, we saw there at that one section, she gets concerned about that flower, like she does something to water it and everything later on. So it's like that for her. That flower is basically something that is with her, and she doesn't really look at it most of the time, but sometimes her eyes kind of go there, and she thinks about it and wishes, oh, like hopefully this flower blooms beautifully. That's what Shinasu is. And now it seems like someone else, like for example, with the whole situation with what's her name, Hina and Ayame, like the misunderstandings that we're getting with Ayame. Now it seems like for her that this one flower that she was looking at, someone else is coming and trying to take it away from her. and that's why she is looking at it more now than she has ever done before. Kind of like that. So yeah. Anyways, so that is the situation. Now, obviously, a few other things to talk about. First and foremost, Ayame actually decided to become the manager of the badminton club because she liked Yusa, and obviously she had no idea that Yusa was from the other school. So she thought like becoming the manager would actually, work out. But yeah, unfortunate, it wouldn't work out. And you know what? I feel like even if Yusa was in our school and she successfully infiltrated as a manager, even if she tried to make advances to him, Yusa probably wouldn't give two crap. He would probably be busy with sleeping or playing badminton or trying to like practice with Taiki or something. It would be something like that. I could imagine Yusa being like that because as we saw in the end of the final episode, we saw Yusa, like after Taiki was able to defeat him, his interest got reignited. Not reignited, sorry, it got ignited for Taiki. Like how good of a player Taiki is. He wants to play against him again. So if he was part of this school, he would have done something like that. Like he probably would be sleeping half of the time. Then he would wake up, play badminton, probably ask Taiki to practice with him, and then go home and go to sleep again. I think. In no way is Ayame like and nothing would have worked. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 80% sure that's how it would have gone. Ayame probably would try to attract his attention for like a week or something, and then she would get just bored of it and just move on. Yeah, that's what would have happened. Anyways, so yeah. Either way, now she's like, okay, I'm going to wait for, because the other players were like, oh, like if you want to meet him, he'll probably come back later. Maybe we'll have some other practice sessions. Maybe in the day of the match, like you'll probably be able to see him if you stay here. And that's why in the end she was like, okay, I'll stay here. And yeah, I'll wait. So there you go. But obviously, with her being here, like a lot of problems are like not really problems, I would say, like a lot of weird type of situations. Like for example, like since she's so open with Taiki, not only Taiki, anyone. She and the coach, he gave the instructions for Taiki to go and help her out and show her everything. Yeah, in these type of situations, like she's just like close to Taiki. The whole personal boundary between them is kind of lacking within her. She doesn't see it like that. So that whole section with the spider and the section at the end as well, where whenever she's just jumping on top of Taiki, somewhere from I don't know where, Hinasu's appearing and seeing that. And like I said, it won't really be any misunderstandings, I'm pretty sure, because Chinasu knows about Ayame personally. But I think it'll still be bothering her, and I feel like this is going to hasten the process of her flower blooming, basically. Like it was just taking its sweet time up until now. And now it's as if someone, like, I don't know, like put some fertilizer in it or something. It's just going to start blooming quick. Full speed ahead. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure about that. Like it already had started, like the process already got hastened with the whole Hina situation, and now it's going to get even more hastened with Ayame almost on top of Taiki every single scene. So right. So yeah, that's the current situation. One thing I have to say, like, I'm actually impressed that Ayame was actually doing her duties. I thought she would be one of those characters who would be like, I don't care, I'm just here for that person, and she'll probably be on her mobile phone and doing like some, like, not really doing anything. She's actually doing her duties. She's like, like clearing the place up. She was like making drinks for them. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually a good thing. Like, I actually wasn't expecting that offer. But that's good. Like I kind of changed a little bit of my mind about her. I thought she was going to be this annoying character who's just going to be there, and and yeah. But what I think is, like, she's basically going to be that character who obviously won't really have any type of like basic sense of, like, human, like, like personal space. We saw that. and that's going to trigger a lot of misunderstandings, or not misunderstandings, because like I said, Shinasu knows her personally. Like, not really misunderstandings, but maybe like, some weird situations which Shinasu will be bothered with. Hina as well, obviously, is going to trigger those. But at the same time, like, I thought she was just going to be this person who's not going to be like, yeah, she's just going to try to get in the way or something. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think she's going to be deliberately trying to sabotage them, because that's what I thought is going to happen. I don't think that's happening. Or even if it happens, it'll happen later, not now, because currently she has no idea what is going on. She only knows about Taiki from the play, and she only knows about that. So yeah, so I don't think she's going to be sabotaging anything or anyone. But yeah, I feel like I've seen too many other, like, like shows like this where like like a character comes in and tries to sabotage, and for no freaking reason. Yeah, so I immediately thought it was going to be like that, but I guess not. She's just going to be there, and there'll be certain misunderstanding scenes and everything. But that'll help. That'll help Shinasu realize her feelings a little bit quicker, I guess, and something like that. So yeah, I can appreciate her at least kind of like like giving a crap about what she's supposed to do as a manager, unlike like instead of just slacking off just because what she wanted wasn't here. She could have easily just slacked off and everything, but like she's actually doing her stuff. And hopefully she continues, like she just, yeah. And not only that, you can see there were sections where she was also asking Taiki for help. Where is that part? First she like brought the drink, and then she was like asking, like at this part where, what was she doing, like the schedule or something? Keep the score. Okay, so yeah, that also she was like learning. Yeah, so she's not just like just like casually, like just like going over it or anything. She's actually like trying to learn, so that's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, but obviously the problem will be that her lack of personal space and her way of looking at stuff like this, where Taiki was like, "Oh, I don't want any rumors," and she's like, "Oh, like like one or two kids. What's the big deal?" Basically because of that, like, yeah, like a lot of things will happen, right? Also, like I said, there's also another thing that I appreciated. She said like the only opinions you should care about are people that you care about, your loved ones. And yeah, she's not really wrong at that. Like, true. Like, people, like, there's obviously there's going to be a lot of people who say a lot of things behind your back and everything. Just ignore them, like, unless and until they're worth giving two crap about. Ignore them. Yeah, if it's someone who you actually know and personally and good friends with, then yeah, then it's probably going to hurt you a little bit, and you'll be like, oh, this person, I know this person, I'm good friends with this person, but this person is doing this. That'll probably hurt. But some random ass strangers who you barely see once or twice a day, and like something like that, in your school, why the hell do you care about what they think and their opinion? Like, yeah, just ignore it, I guess. And rumors are like this. It's gonna stay for like like a couple of weeks, maybe maximum a month, and then it'll just go away. Unless there's something else to reignite that rumor. But it's just gonna go away. Like, that's just the point. People don't really care that much about these type of things. It's just they'll just talk about it for a few days, and then they'll just move on to something else. Like a new hot topic, a new trending topic. They're just going to latch on to that. So yeah. Okay. Right, and there you go. That was today's episode. Was there anything else today? Nope. That was it. Okay, that was a really good episode. You can see, like, like, obviously the main highlight of today's episode is Chinatsu accepting that she likes Saki, and or at least accepting that she's at the initial stages of liking him. you know and like, this is a thing, like, like I said, I had no clue what goes through like Chinasu's head at all. Like Taiki said, like, the fact that she doesn't really show her emotions and feelings that much is very difficult to understand what she's thinking. So I actually had no clue up until today's episode, where she actually told Karen that I actually am kind of interested in him. I had no clue that she even realizes that that's something, like, like she likes Taiki. Like, I didn't even realize that she understands the concept that she likes Taiki. So her saying this, I was like, oh, okay, then it's at least better than I thought. Like, because I thought she still has no idea what she feels. And this is the thing, like, you cannot really guess what Chinasu's thinking, because of the fact that they never show her thoughts or feelings or anything. We're seeing this whole story through mostly Taiki's perspective, and like we get to see Taiki, hear Taiki's inner feelings, and Taiki is extremely expressive with his emotions. His everything comes up on his face. You can literally understand by looking at him what he's feeling, whether he's feeling happy, sad, something else. You can understand that. So unlike Chinasu, who's most of the time, even in these type of situations, she kind of blushes a little bit, and she just like doesn't really. Yeah, so you cannot really say. So I thought up until now that she actually was feeling something, but she couldn't recognize what that feeling was because she's never fallen in love. That's what I thought. But at least she knows what it is. As we get to know from her conversation with Karen, and when she acknowledges it. So that's good. It's better than I thought. I thought she was like at the very bottom, but she's at least a little bit higher than I thought. In her understanding of her feelings. But yeah, and with IMA's presence now, I feel like it's gonna get a little bit accelerated. She'll realize very soon that yeah, she actually likes Taiki properly, and as she was saying, the flower will bloom very quickly, especially with IMA's presence now, and the fact that IMA will be there like every single like moment, because she's literally the manager. Okay, and there you go. That was today's episode. Right. Okay, so there you go. That was that. Now I don't think there's anything else to discuss. That was it. Yeah, that was my overall impressions. Now that was my impressions on today's episode. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Okay, the very first scene is that scene where we get to see Taiki thinking about what Kyo told, and then Chinasu is literally there behind him, and Chinasu says that she'll be back. Now, Taiki's mom comes in. Taiki wanted to talk to Chinasu about the whole rumor thing, as we see. But when she tries to say something along that line, he was like, oh, like Chinasu senpai, about the festival. Chinasu immediately realized, and she like put like three, I don't know what those were, chips, like cheese balls or whatever. I'm not really sure what those were, into his face. Wait, no, wait, are those dorayaki? Wait a minute. What was she eating? Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, those are dorayaki, right? Aren't dorayaki a bit bigger? Wait, what? Let me check. I don't know, this is not really necessary, but still. I have no idea. It looks like dorayaki, but whatever. Um, right. So obviously, by doing that, she stopped him from speaking about it. Yeah, and she just left. Not left, but she went outside. Right. Okay, so Taiki is like, I actually want to talk to you about this, but like I cannot now because it seems like she doesn't want to talk about it. So yeah, there you go. Now next we get to see the next day we have Nishida talking to like kind of telling Taiki, don't worry, I know it's fake. It's fake, right? It's fake, right? And he's like crying. He's like, you won't betray me, right? And the Taiki's like, yeah, you're right. Okay. Anyways, Nishida says here that don't worry about it. If someone tries to say something about this, I'll make sure that I correct them. Um, okay. But then we have a few other people talking about looking at Taiki and talking about it, and there was this. I think like, oh, that happens later on. When those two girls were talking about, and one of the girls was like, "Oh, that's fake news." Okay, and Nishida also says like, "Oh, I'm glad you didn't get hurt. The confetti ball fell on top, almost on top of your head. Like yeah, there you go. Right. Okay, so then they see Hina practicing. Hina's like 4,000 yen for both of them. Anyways, then she's like, I'm joking, haha, and she leaves. Oh yeah, this is the part. This is the part where we see these two girls talking about the rumor, and one of the girls was like, "Oh, that's fake rumors." I mean, she was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, like there you go. Now we have Nagisa obviously realizing that like she's going to go and live with Taiki again. She was like, oh, like, Chinatsu, are you okay with this? Like weird rumors are like going around, and Chinatsu completely ignores her, or not ignores her, but ignores what she was talking about, and just like keeps on playing. And Nagisa's like, wait, what? I was talking about something, but then she's like, oh, maybe she's not interested. Chinatsu has never been interested in these type of things, so maybe that's the case. But obviously we know she's deliberately trying to just not think about it, I guess. And then we get to see Karen, and I was like, okay, you know what? Now that she's talking with Karen and she's going to stay with her for that night, I was like, now probably we're going to talk about this properly, like, because Karen is her childhood friend. She is a lot more open with her than with anyone. So she might actually talk about what she thinks about it, and that's exactly what happens. And we actually get to see that she actually likes Taiki, kind of, and she acknowledges it. Okay, and here we can see Karen talk about like Ken, wait, wasn't Haryu? Yeah, Karen talk about Haryu, and he was saying something like, oh, like, like I cannot see him. And Chinasu was also like, yeah, but you have told him to prioritize his game first. And she's like, yeah, obviously, but still, yeah. And they're talking about that. Chinasu sees that, and then Chinasu, okay. Right, and then Karen talks about like some other person from some other school asked her to introduce Chinatsu, and Chinatsu was like, "Nope, I don't want any of that." And yeah, and this is where we get to see that when Karen asked Chinatsu that, "Wait a minute, are you really interested in someone?" And she actually keeps quiet for a while, at which Karen is like, "Let me guess, is it Taiki?" Because obviously she cannot really bring it up properly. She's very awkward there. That's why Karen actually, like helped her out here and said that, oh, is it Taiki? And she's like, yes. And yeah, like I said, I was not very surprised, but I would say I was quite surprised there because I genuinely thought that she doesn't understand her own feelings. Like she likes Taiki, but she still hasn't understood what it is. But it seems like she has understood what it is and she does acknowledge it. But yeah, as she said, she's just in the spouting phase. Yeah, and she talks about like uses that metaphor and tells it to Karen, and and she says like like at first it was just this boy who was there practicing, and then as I got to know him little by little, it seemed like I was watering the flower, getting to know him better. The flower was spouting little by little, but it's still in its spouting phase. It still hasn't bloomed, you know so yeah. And like they did a really good way of, I guess you could say, visualizing her feelings, where we see her, the pot is just there, and there's like the plant is spouting, and she's like doing her own thing, playing basketball and everything, sometimes looking at the flower if it's blooming or not. And then when it's raining, she's like concerned about it, you can see. Yeah, and she's like sometimes watering it, so you can see it's not that she doesn't care about the plant. It's just there, and she acknowledges it, and she kind of likes looking at it, and she wants it to grow. But she has more things that she's like more interested in doing, which is like basketball, so she's focusing on that. So when something happens to the flower, like it was raining or something, her focus does go shift to it, and she kind of gets concerned about it. you know she does sometimes water it, and like, yeah, so it's basically something like that. She's just going along with it. It's not that that plant is like her sole focus. you know her sole focus is obviously basketball, but her eyes kind of go to that now and then, and she is concerned about the flowers at by the end of it. But she's not really like like completely focusing on it. And a lot of people who like really only talks about love and only cares about getting like like together with someone and everything, like I'm sure you have met a few people like that. I have met a lot of people like that who all they talk about is like, oh, this person, like that person, that kind of thing. For them, their focus is solely on that plant. Unlike Chinasu and a lot of other people whose focus is on something else, but they sometimes look at the plant and kind of take care of it. That is basically Chinasu. you know. So yeah, and that is the situation. So Karen says like, okay, like I understand, but as you said, there's different people have different like pace of like like the flower blooming. Yours is slow. You're very serious about it. Like I can understand that. You're not just going to fall in love with someone just from the mood or something like that. Like, oh, it felt like it. Not like that. You're not that casual. You're a lot more serious about this. But the problem is that there's a possibility while your flower is blooming, someone comes and plucks that flower and takes it away. There's a possibility that happens. So, like, yeah, you gotta be careful about that. Right. And this is where she talks about her sister. And she's like, oh, you're like this. And while my sister is just, And then we get to see her sister. And I'm like, oh, right. Makes sense. And yeah, and Ayame knows about Chinasu. Obviously, the sisters, she knows about her. And she's like, oh, Chinasu senpai. No? Right. And this is where she says, like, she's interested in someone. And the other person that she was going out with, she, like, broke up with him. And yeah, there's this other person that she's interested. You know what? This is another thing I would say that I appreciate is the fact that she's not cheating. Like that could be another can of worms, like like she at least like broke up with the other person before. Like, yeah, obviously what she's doing is kind of crazy, like but again, different people have, as Karen said, different people have different ways of like like doing that. Like her sister is more, a lot more of the free type. She thinks about these type of things in a more like like free way. Like, oh, like I like this person, like one day, and the next day she's like, oh, I don't like this person, I like this other person, kind of like that. Which is, you cannot, it's a bit weird and it's a bit different, but you cannot say that it's wrong. So I can appreciate the fact that at least she broke up with the other guy before setting her eyes on someone else. At least she's not like like stringing the other guy around, like and like like going behind his back and all that. Yeah, that would be something despicable completely. Then like I probably would be like, yeah, this girl is trash. But she's also not doing that, which again, like that's good. Right. So anyways, so yeah, so she's like, and later we get to know that it's actually Yusa who she has her eyes upon. Either way, later, next day we see Taiki, Chinasu's back. Taiki's there to help them, and Taiki wants to talk to Chinasu, but she doesn't know, he doesn't know what to say, and Chinasu's just acting weird, so he's like, I don't understand what's going through her head. Yeah. Then next we get to see the next day Taiki is talking to Hina again, and then Hina talks about how this whole rumor thing. She's like using it as a way to, as a shortcut way. She's like, oh, like this rumor is just there, and I'm like, I'm fine with it. If necessary, we can just move on from here towards the next step. So yeah, for me it's convenient. I think she says something like that. Here we go. We can make the rumors real whenever you want. So she's using this type of a thing, and Taiki gets obviously embarrassed here. Anyway, she then starts laughing, and she's like, ah, like like got you, and then she leaves. There you go. And then Kyo's just looking at them, just standing there. Right. Anyways, after that, we get to see the manager. Karen, not Karen, sorry. Ayame is here, and she's like, "Oh, where's that guy? Like that guy with the frilly hair, the guy who was shining in while playing badminton and everything." And they're like, "Wait, you're talking about Yusa? Ah, he's not here. He's not even in this school." And I'm just like, "Oh, time to leave." But yeah, like Haru comes in, stops, and Haru's like, like you have to do this. You took it. You have to do this. And not only that, we have everyone else also saying like, oh, like I'm sure he'll be back. Like I'm sure we'll have more opportunity to interact with him. I'm sure he'll be back with more practice sessions, and you'll get to see him in the match as well. So your best bet of getting to know him is by staying here. At which I am is like, you know what? Okay, I changed my mind. I'll stay. Right, and then the coach gives her Taiki the order to help her out, show her everything, and Taiki shows her everything. In the club room, she was like, "What the hell is this? Like everything's like scattered, like like everything." Like yeah, makes sense. There's a bunch of boys just stuffing their, you know, uh, like belongings into like a place and going out to play badminton. Makes sense. You know, it's going to be untidy a little bit. Yeah. Right. And so you can see, like, you know, I may realize this that, yeah, this is a bit of trouble. But anyway, she tries to take out like a towel, and there she gets to meet a spider, which freaks her out so much she's almost on top of Taiki, and lo and behold, um, and yeah, Chinasu's there at that exact moment behind them. And again, like I said, I think like the only saving grace here is that she actually knows Ayame personally, so there won't really be that much misunderstanding, I think, for now at least. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but for now at least, you know, like she knows her personally, and she knows that she's not really interested in Taiki in that way. But still, it's bothering her, you know, and it bothered her so much. She, who is afraid of bugs, she goes there, grabs it, the spider with a tissue, and just throws it away. Right. Oh boy. Anyways, and this is where she gets to know that she'll be the manager. Right. There you go. Next, we get to see Ayame like just, you know, making preparing the juice. This is where Hina meets Ayame, and Hina was flabbergasted seeing, you know, like Ayame when she took out her jacket. Oh my god. But anyways, like I said, I appreciate the fact that she's at least, like, you know, doing her duties properly. And then she goes to Taiki to ask him about the scores, and this is where Taiki says like, "Oh, can you please stay a little bit further away, because you know, like this is like rumors and everything." And she's like, "Rumors? What rumors?" And this is where it clicks, and she's like, "Oh, you're that boy from the, you know, like from the play." And yeah, and this is where she tells Taiki that, "Oh, like, you know, I can understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you know, like why care about people who are literally strangers to you? You know, like just care about the people who you know. You know, like basically, you know, don't talk, like think about the random ass rumors, but think about what Chinasu, like, you know, thinks about like this whole situation. Like, I guess Taiki did try to talk to Chinasu about it, but Chinasu just always, like, you know, like just slipped away from the conversation. But yeah, think about them, what the people who you care about, what they think about, you know, like just focus on that, you know, nothing else. Right. And this is also where she, like, you know, reveals how much she's free with her, you know, like outlook on love, as to she's like, "Oh, like one or two kids, what does it matter?" And Taiki is like this, huh? Mouth open, she's like, "What the hell is this girl talking about?" Oh boy. Anyways, and yeah, lo and behold, the spider comes again. You know, she's the spider is, I don't know if it's the same damn spider who's just here for the but yeah, he's here again. And yeah, and uh, Ayame just jumps on top of Taiki, and Chinasu's also here at the same time. Like, you know, weird coincidence. At this part, it's funny. Chinasu's like walking, looks at them. 180, right? Yeah, 180 completely. Immediate 180. Uh, oh my god, and yeah, that's where it ended. Okay, there you go. That was today's episode. Okay, so like I said, I don't know where this is going to go. If she's basically like this, you know, it'll probably fasten the process of, you know, like Chinasu realizing, and not realizing, she already knows her feelings, of Chinasu, like, you know, like taking a step, like doing something about it, like, you know, like her flower to bloom, it'll be a lot more quicker than it usually is taking time. Yeah, but the only thing that I'm thinking is like, hope, like, you know, like whether she'll try to sabotage them. But as far as I could understand from her, or looking at her and seeing her actions, I don't think she's that type of girl. She's just a lot free about her own outlook on love, and that's it. You know, nothing else. You know, I don't know. I just thought she'd be like that, like villain character in, like, you know, like half of the other shoujo animes you see, like that villain character who tries to mess up and like tries to just like poke on, like, you know, poke and you know, like destroy whatever that is, you know, something like that. I don't think she'll be like that. Or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Let's wait and see. But from the looks of it, from seeing her personality and how she, what type of a character she is in this episode, I don't think that'll be the case. She'll probably be just there, and like these type of misunderstandings will happen, but that will probably be the extent of it. But you know what? Like I said, who knows? Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Let's wait and see. That is it. That was my reaction to episode number 21 of Aono Hako. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Aono Hako. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.